Hello again, and welcome back to another episode of Vtuber Catalog. I am your host for tonight, Hexane, Cybersane. Who is this? Nah, I hope you don't mind the purple today. I was just feeling in the mood for that. Anyways, I got lots of different topics to talk about my VTuber journey and things that I want to catalog that I feel like are important to me. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, please don't forget that I do streams on twitch.tv/Saincisco. You can check it on the description and everywhere else. I'm also on Saincisco, and I'm also starting to post a lot on Facebook. Please don't forget to like that page as well. It will mean a lot to me. But you know what? You know what means a lot to me? The fact that we managed to get 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Oh my goodness! I started posting some shorts here and some videos there, and those have done wonderful. It started going up really good when I started doing the Undertale. So I'm really appreciative that people are really liking that series. I promise you that more series like that and more clips like that are gonna be coming more soon, more time soon. I also want to keep my promises with all the videos that I want to make. Hopefully now with my better internet, it's gonna be easier. However, things aren't always as good as they seem. What is this saying now with better internet? Nothing can go wrong? Well, the unpredictable can happen. My apologies for yesterday. Yesterday on Twitch, I was actually I was supposed to be doing a React video stream, but because of internet issues, on like the first hour, I decided to switch it up for like some of my usual gaming routines. I went with Plan B. The thing about that is that when I see that there's issues with like internet, I don't want to record videos because usually I've also been uploading videos related to reactions like the daily dose and all that stuff, and I promise you there's gonna be a lot more. But if it's gonna be a stream that is gonna have internet issues, it is going to interrupt the flow of the recording. So I was trying to not uh have the videos be messed up because I don't want the chat to be showing that kind of issue or just technical difficulties in general. I don't know how OBS is gonna accept that. So I decided to play some Banjo Kazooie randomly out of nowhere. I played like the most unpredictable game because one random chatter decided to say, "Why don't you play Banjo Kazooie?" And I said, "You know what? Why not?" I usually play one random game, and I also finished the stream with a little bit of Tetris 99. And some people had fun. Some people were upset that I couldn't go on with the reaction videos, even though the stream went normal after a couple of hours. Hey, I can't predict a thunderstorm in my area, and even if it was okay, I did not want it to risk the content and also more importantly, my happiness. So this begs the question. Today I put the topic that there are situations where the streamer just wants to do whatever the hell they want, whether it's not something that is really productive, because right now we live in a time where people just want to do viral content all the time, and that's never been my thing. And I know that I sometimes I do it, like the reaction videos are part of viral content or things that are very marketable, very easy. But sometimes I just don't want to do that. And so I just want to move on my own. And there are people who will always try to tell you that you need to do better. And it's like, wait, better in what? I'm trying to be happy. Isn't that what you want from me? No, I want you to do content because I want you to improve on your channel. I want you to do legitimate work. And I'm like, come on. Let me balance it. Let me choose what I do. This is a struggle because I've seen people like this at the same time claim that, hey, Saint, we're here to support you, whatever you want. But then as soon as I do whatever I want, it's like, no, you should be taking the opportunity to do what I think is best. And it's like, please think about what you're saying. Think about it really well. Like, step back, because this is not just one person. I'm not just. What is this? Is this a passive aggressive directed towards one person? No, I am saying this because this goes towards like the 2 years of me being a streamer and a VTuber, that I've seen this over and over again. It just so happens that this weekend, it was a reminder of that level of chaos. I'm sorry. I will get back to it. It's not like it's the end of the world if I don't get to react to some silly videos. Yeah, I guess this applies also to like people who want me to play Fortnite and people who just want me to play other viral games at the moment. Sometimes I'm not just in a mood to dive into there. Am I losing possible followers, subscriber, virality? It's like being sometimes being so much like brain dead into content. It's harmful, you know. It's for some people they love the grind, they love going towards it full power, and it's fine. And I like to do that, you know. Some days I do, but some other days I just want to play comfort gaming, you know. And the priority, if you are someone who respects me, my priority is just my happiness. How is that something that I had to beg for at this point? You know what? I'm gonna leave that topic there. I want to talk about some points that I have written down in here. What is the Saints organized for once? So I have. Okay, so what did happen this week? Let me go through that first, and then I'll go to the main topic, which is probably going to be part of the thumbnail of this video. So the thumbnail of this video, which I am predicting, is going to be about dreams coming through and nightmares coming through. So here we go. A reminder that this week is going to be a little bit of an odd one. There's lots of wonderful requests for me to do collabs once again. I want to fulfill as many of those wishes as I can. It's wonderful. It's great to be to be in lots of places and be loved by a lot of people that they want me to do collabs with them. I like that. I like that a lot. I hope that I managed to get through to all of them. Big shout outs to Yomi for putting up the most what is the word for this? I want to say ambitious, the most ambitious birthday bash. I'm gonna be participating in some of Yomi's birthday bash events, and I'm looking forward to it so much. I love that Tiefling, crazy girl failure so much, and I hope you'll get to see my participation in them. So hopefully, I'll make it on time with all the things that I gotta do as well. I'm trying to make the time for that as well. On top of that, let's see what else I've been doing. That's just like the part of the collapse that's been going to happen this week. A lot more of those news are going to happen eventually on the Discord, or maybe I'll post it about on the on here everywhere. You know, I'm trying to keep up to date with the announcements that I make regarding that. I've even been posting like Twitch announcements here on the YouTube community tab. Somebody asked me if I'm gonna be doing streams on YouTube again. I am planning on doing some YouTube only streams that are gonna be really short, so I'll be posting those announcements in the future. Nothing too rushed, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What is it gonna be? Just leave it to me. As I said, if you really want to see me happy, just let me do what I can do. Let me cook. I'll think about it. You don't gotta be my secret manager, people. Or as someone said it, some people in chat tend to have main protagonist syndrome, where they think that their word needs to be like absolute on what I need to do with my life. Like, hey, Sane, where's this and that I asked for? Or, hey, Sane, where's this and that I want to see? And it's like, oh, come on. You know, how about you ask that to other streamers? So other streamers will probably ban you on the spot. I fear that I may have to do that, you know, and I don't want to get to that point. But anyways, I think this topic regarding, I'll elaborate more in the end. Right now, I want to talk about the things that I've been into, for those that are curious. When it comes to like anime and games, I think the seasonal games are starting to like creep up. There's a lot of things going on in the corner. There's Nintendo Switch 2 trending as usual. It trends like every other month, but I feel like now we're gonna be getting some news pretty soon. That's just my prediction. I'm waiting for that. Pokemon World Championship just happened last night. I did react to that on stream, like the final battle. I don't know if that's legal to do on Twitch, but I don't care. It was a fun time, even if it was just for like a couple of minutes. That was impressive. Pokemon, it's always been something that I love watching when it comes to like competitive feel. I geeked out at the strategy that was going on. It was very surprising to see Terastalize going crazy and letting one Pokemon survive so they can get like the definitive KO at the end of the match. That was crazy. But yeah, that's this Pokemon. I wish they make better games. Fingers crossed that Pokemon Z next year is gonna be a really good one, which is what I'm looking forward to the most. I'm willing to put down my own money. I haven't bought games on my own in a while. I thank the community for gifting me so many games as a streamer because they want to see me play them. My backlog is infinite. Let me say this once again. I really feel like I do not need more games in my life. I gotta go back to my backlog and play all of them. But when it comes to like, okay, so when it comes to like anime and stuff like that, I really haven't dived too much into anything new outside of my field. I suddenly feel like watching Frieren again. I watched Frieren in English and some episodes in Japanese, depending on release. And I like both versions. You can't go wrong with Frieren. I actually had a Frieren redeem on my stream the other day. Speaking of redeems, I talk about this in many other streams. I mentioned how I wanted my stream experience to be one that can embrace the things that I like to do and on the moment. There are moments that I like chaos. There are moments where I like peace. It depends on my mood. This goes back. I keep diving once again into the stream environment because this is the Vtuber catalog after all. There's one thing that I want to specify. I do not hate it when things go into chaos at all. I love it. I embrace the chaos. But there are moments where the chaos cannot keep happening. I can't blame anyone who uses a certain redeem at a random time where it wasn't the best moment. That it's not your fault. You were probably just playing with the rules provided by the stream. There is a thumb of rule for some streamers. Let's say that I think I mentioned this in the previous one actually. This feels like deja vu. Let's say that I'm talking about something really serious and I haven't gone to my redeems and I haven't shut them down. And then suddenly like, hey, somebody plays a I am the storm that is approaching while I'm doing like something very sentimental on stream or like a big goal, and then suddenly, oh snap, here comes like the immersion break. it's not my it's the streamer's responsibility to remember that at the end of the day, which is why I taken the hard decision to turn off Tangia for a little while. I feel like some people has been abusing that power for too long. I want to provide a more comfortable experience for my streams, honestly. I feel like I've gone beyond Tangia. If I feel like I need it in my life, I'll turn it back on again. But I already did before the stream. I just woke up just now. It's 8 p.m. I'm super late to do this episode. But the first thing that I did when I went to my streaming setup and Twitch was turn off Tangia. I need to remember that. And pretty soon, and when it comes to redeems, I feel like it's time for me to make my own instead of letting some other third-party software decide for me what sounds to do. Because there's also the browser source sometimes often have like a visual effect. I can bypass that by editing the visual effect, and because sometimes it blocks the screen here and there. I'm just trying to control my OBS as much as possible for a better experience on my streams. So I hope that's understandable. Yeah, I hope no one fights about that. And in fact, I feel like some people are gonna be really happy about it. I'm just trying to also take care of the lurkers. You're very important to me. I've been hearing more and more people saying like, "Hey, I was chilling in the background. Look at this funny screenshot of saying that I took. It's hilarious." And when I noticed, hey, wait a minute, I'm not sure when you tune in because I didn't see you in chat, but I'm grateful that you went to my stream. That's definitely a screenshot from my stream that you're showing me. It's incredible. Okay, so let's talk about something really important now. The dreams and nightmares coming through. I have a huge announcement now. I should have said this at the beginning as a clickbait, but I shouldn't say it. I have a huge announcement. This pretty soon I am going to be having my first official merchandise by promoted by someone else, and it's going to be a shaker, a cup, you know, those waifu cups. like the ones they have like in other companies. I'm not gonna mention the ones, but yeah, I'm gonna be having one with my own design in there, and that's freaking amazing. I've been listening to mutuals saying like, "Oh my god, I wish I would, I wish I could get that." And the fact that I get my to have my VTuber in merchandise like that, a waifu cup, it's like that's crazy. Cyber Sane is going to miles, crazy. I trust me. If all goes smoothly and that makes it happen, that's gonna be like a milestone for me. It may be silly to some people, but the fact that it exists, or it means at least it had the chance to exist, it makes me really happy. I hope I can make it happen with the people that I'm working with. I hope everything goes good. I hope it. I'm not gonna say much about like the company in here. I feel like I mentioned it already in my Discord, but I hope that all just goes smoothly. I am just waiting for confirmation. I'm waiting for some help with the design, and so that all can things can go smoothly. I believe there's a requirement, like if only if there's like a specific number of amounts being ordered. So I'm gonna promote that like crazy in the upcoming weeks if it happens. So yeah, I hope you look forward to it because it's gonna be that one limited item event that it's unlike the Daki, which is on the website for a long time, the Daki Makura. But this one is kind of different. It's one of those, hey, here's how many pre-orders you need to have. I think that's how it works. Anyways, look forward to that later. So that's one of the dreams come true. Another dream come true is the fact that I feel like I'm being acknowledged by lots of wonderful people that I know in the VTuber sphere. I don't need validation or acceptance from like content creators that are huge, but the fact that they're going out of their way to say hello to me without me, going to them, it's something that I didn't think it was possible. It's crazy. I know that I've had my few interactions in the past here and there, but it's becoming more frequent every week that I see there's someone complimenting my current design or the things that I do or how ambitious I'm trying to be. I know that creating content is not something that it's easy. It's easy. Okay, it's easy on the surface. It's terribly ambitious in the background because there's a lot that goes through with this. There's a lot of acceptance. When are you gonna be like the popular one that people are going to chill on their streams and have those high numbers, or are you going to do something to not have that? Because I don't make like the most banger content or the most banger commentary when I am live. I am trying to control that. I am trying to give less control to the viewer. I need to stop becoming a people pleaser, which is why I'm going to be talking about the nightmares coming through. And that's a nightmare. A nightmare has to do with the things I mentioned earlier. Oh my god, I can't talk. I don't want to displease anyone who's been a fan for the longest time. It's not saying are you changing your ways? No, I'm not gonna be doing that. I just gotta do my own way. I gotta dial back on some of the chaos at times, and I gotta establish it. I can't have so much control to the audience. I need to take actions into my own hand, take matters into my own hand, so things can be good for the channel. I'm always gonna be me. There's gonna be days where I'm gonna be doing the things that that you all love, but I gotta do what I gotta do for my own sanity, and also because sitting in one place doing the same thing over and over again gets kind of boring. Sometimes I don't want to have the same redeems all the time and all that. It feels boring. It's like, are you really all only about this? Like, no, go on once again. I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna regurgitate my words from previous streams and previous VTuber catalog episodes. Have you ever seen the big streamers have like tons of redeems going around and going crazy all the time? No, you have not, because they rely on their skills and talents, and that's something that I need to improve a lot. I feel like I need to actually think about it this way. I'm taking off the things that I'm relying on for a punchline instead of, and instead I am trying to be the punchline, not let something else be the punchline of a joke. That's why I decided to turn off Tangia. Now, when it comes to like more things that are more terrible news, terrible news, I guess it's supposed to be. I always fear that in this Vtuber circle, it's been 2 years. I wonder how many of my friends are gonna get like in super big trouble, cancel, etc. Maybe not just friends, or people that I've seen or known. Just be safe out in the streets. You don't have to think about your actions if people are talking a lot about it. You know, you don't have to be the person who gets canceled. That would be really terrible. And I don't want that to happen. And on top of that, I don't want to have fights or arguments with people that I look fondly of as well. I don't want to examine you like as if I'm walking on eggshells. And unfortunately, that has been happening. I need to walk on eggshells around certain people that I've seen in some communities because they're not easy. They're not doing things right. What if they start disliking me because of I? What have I done? I've done nothing. I've done nothing wrong, honestly. It's just about the things that they have been doing around their lives that make them difficult to engage with. So that's not something that I like to see. And I guess more unfortunate, more terrible news that I can say is I acknowledge the fact that there are people who I probably don't like the direction of my content as of lately. And that's fine. You know, sometimes people just get tired of good old saying it's a normal, it's a given. It's gonna happen eventually with all of us who create content. Some people just grow out of the phase of like watching this VTuber be the same thing over and over again, which is what I'm trying to like kind of change. Not for those people, but for the new people, because I want them to stay as well and just to check me out a little bit more. Yeah, I think that really solidifies everything that I had going on this week. There's a lot of fixing that I gotta do. Fixing with my OBS as usual, fixing with my setups in general, my schedules, my life, my health, which is, by the way, my health is all over the place as usual. It's terrible. Actually, no, I feel like in some parts, I've gotten better to understand me, but that's never gonna change for the better. All I can do is just keep working hard on my own health. Don't worry, I will rest harder by sleeping harder. The fact that I took a nap today, it just told my brain that I needed a really big reset. Which is why tonight I am taking the night off. And I'm taking the night off so I can catch up with things that I have undone. But anyways, to all the people who supported me this week, or all the new follows, to all the new subscribers here, thank you so much. If you made it this far into the video, comment with a purple heart. Is there a purple heart emote? I said orange one time, I said white. Is that purple? If anything, whatever purple emote you can find, just drop it in the chat. If you want to put 3 of them, that would be really funny. You don't have to work too hard on this. Any comments appreciated. Thank you so much for supporting this goober and this idiot too. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for part of being of the experience. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. And also, more importantly, please check me out on twitch.tv and follow here on YouTube, because I'm about to get 3,000 followers on YouTube and on Twitch, and that would be really amazing. One of my goals, one of my resolutions for this year is reaching 3K on all platforms. And I'm about to do that. Let's go, gamers. Thank you so much for your support. I see you on the next time. Bye.